You know what would be cool is if you could yell up in the sky and make the rain go away. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Skyrim, Special Edition Modded. We're here with Artorius at the left-hand mine, and we're here in our blacksmithing area that we have set up, and we've got a lot of stuff to do. I got up early in the morning this morning, and let's see what time it is. Judging by the sky, looks to be around 5 o'clock in the morning. But you know, it's good to get up early in the morning when you've got a lot to do. And we had some breakfast and did a little organizing of the things that we've collected. So I just want to take a look real quick and see a new journal entry. And I've written here, I've had a rough time of it so far here in the Reach. It's a beautiful but unforgiving place. I've had at least 3 near-death experiences with forsworn, saber cats, and a dreadful evil mage that attacked me on the road for no good reason at all. Luckily, Maximus, whose previous owner must have spent some valuable time training him, has proven time and again to be my savior. If it wasn't for that horse, I'd be dead 10 times over by now. Father Maker, protect us. So, basically, I've been going around. We'll take a look at the map here. And if you see here, I've actually been exploring quite a bit. I haven't gone into many of these places so far, but I've just been exploring around this area of the Reach and doing some hunting mostly, and I've been kind of sticking around these areas around the bases of the mountains where the cliffs are pretty big, because I've been pretty lucky and I've found a few silver ore veins, and I'd like to take advantage of the ores that we found. But I came across a war party of Stormcloaks and Imperials that were fighting right around in this area, and lucky for me, I was able to stay out of the way long enough for the Imperials to take care of the Stormcloaks. So I was able to benefit, because the Imperials didn't seem to be interested in any of the weapons and armor, so I've gathered those from the corpses of the dead rebels. And in my travels of coming around, I was right around this area where I was attacked by that mage, and I really do mean Maximus saved my life. If I had not been engaged in combat on horseback, if I'd have just been face to face with this guy, I probably would be dead right now. And I really do wish that you could have seen that, but pretty much we just ran over him with our horse, and that took care of that. So yeah, minimal damage. And then on our way back, I was right around this area, the Kolskager mine. You know, this is the miners over here at the left-hand mine were run out of here by those forsworn, and apparently there were a few of them that were hanging around outside the mine. There's a little house over here. And yeah, they totally attacked me too, unprovoked. I was just riding by. I didn't do a thing, and they totally attacked me. So again, Maximus to the rescue, and my trusty axe. I got a few swings in, but to be quite honest, I'm not much of a fighter, and Maximus there, he really did do a lot to save my life. So I think, let's see here. If I were to, I didn't mean to really get on him, but I think if I just come around this way, right up like this. Yes, I'm gonna give him a treat. No more consumables. Let's see. How about some? I'll keep some apples on me. He likes apples. Apples are sweet. So, yeah, I think he liked that. Good boy. All right, so enough of that. So we've got some work to do. Again, let me just go in my journal here, and I've set up a little bit of a to-do list. So today we need to melt down the crappy weapons and armor that we got from the Forsworn and the Stormcloaks. I did a lot of hunting and came across a couple of saber cats, and luckily one at a time. And again, Maximus was the majority of the reason why we were able to take those guys down. I did find 2 more saber cats though. There was an orc warrior wearing some dastardly looking heavy armor on the road, and laying beside him there were 2 dead saber cats. So I think that he might have had a little skirmish with those, but I asked him if it was okay if I took the saber cats, and he said he didn't have a problem with it. So I loaded them up on Maximus there and brought them back. And then yeah, we need to figure out what to do with the dead body that I have currently stored over in the cart over there. So we'll save that for a little bit. In the meantime, let's go ahead and head over here to the smelter. And I took a look a little bit earlier. It doesn't look like I can do much with the Forsworn armor and weapons because they're really primitive and quite crappy. But I did find quite a bit of iron armor and things like that in my little bit of a journey around. So I'm going to go ahead and get some iron ingots out of some of that stuff. I've got an iron helmet here I'm going to melt down. And I think what we're going to try to do is rather than selling armor and weapons to merchants and blacksmiths, we're going to mine them. We're going to use them for resources for doing our crafting. So got some crappy iron gauntlets there, a couple of pairs of those, rusty old iron sword, again iron shield, not very valuable at all. Couple iron daggers don't really do us much good. The Stormcloaks, I think, had quite a few of these iron warhammers, and they really look rough. They don't look very effective at all. There's a shield, a couple of pairs of iron boots. I found some iron maces. And then they also had some steel arrows. Now I'm using the war arrows, and I don't really. They're a lot better than the steel arrows. So as long as I can melt down 30 steel arrows, that's another steel ingot. So that's pretty valuable. And then I've got a few of these steel daggers. And it looks like that's going to be just about it. Let's see. It looks like I can get some leather from something. Well, that's my ranger's hood. I definitely don't want to do that. And then our painted hide shield. Yeah, we get 3 leather from that. That's very valuable. So, yeah, I definitely don't want to accidentally break down our ranger's hood, because that's my only headgear for now. Yep, so looks like that's about it. Oh yeah, I found a couple of wooden clubs as well. Looks like we can get some firewood out of those. 2 firewood each. Alright, and then I think what I'll do is I'll just come over here, and we had this crate set up for hides, leather, and wood, but in the last episode we set up the automated storage for our crafting. So I think I'll end up using this particular crate for armor and weapons that we can't break down into ingredients, and then we'll just store them here temporarily for items for sale. All right, so let's see. I've got that renamed, and then we'll just go in here. We'll see what I have, and we've got the spare blacksmith's apron. I like the lighter colored one, so I'll get rid of that one. I've got a couple of capes, some clothes. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I was attacked by an assassin as well. Apparently, someone knows that I'm here in Skyrim, and they want me dead. So yeah, here's the Forsworn armor. We're just going to store that away. Gauntlets, headdress, couple of fur boots, some fur gauntlets, a hide helmet, a couple of hoods, leather boots, a tunic, and I couldn't do anything with these either, so I'll go ahead and store these helmets and armor away. So, alright, and because of our smelting operation, let's see how we did on crafting materials. We've got 4 steel ingots out of that deal, and then we've got 25 iron ingots out of that deal. And I collected up the firewood from the cart, and we got a few leather. So I'll go ahead and store those away with our automatic storage. And let me just check my inventory and make sure that worked. Yep, looks like all the crafting materials went in there. So the next step is we're going to take care of these carcasses. So I'm going to drop these on the ground here. I've got a couple of saber cats and a couple of wolf carcasses. And then let me just check in here and make sure I didn't accidentally keep any carcasses in here as well. I don't think so, because they would be the heaviest thing on this list. Alright, so we'll go ahead and I'll just start processing these guys. And we'll see if we get some good hides out of it. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, no fine stuff yet, but we definitely aren't getting poor ones. We're getting some levels in our skinning. We're doing a lot of good with that. And let's see. Let's see how we're going to do on this guy first for a pelt. Aha, that's a fine wolf pelt. Excellent. That's a real treat. So, again, we'll take care of this saber cat here. We'll just gut him. And then the next operation, we'll skin him and butcher him. We got a regular saber cat pelt. Good. I'm just glad it's not poor. That's what I'm really interested in now. And then field dress this guy. And let's see what kind of pelt did we get from him. Let's check our items. We got 1 saber cat pelt, a regular, and then 1 fine. So that is a really, really good. And look at this guy. This guy is worth 500 gold. 500 gold. I can tell just by looking. And then, again, there's a fine wolf pelt. So yeah, we're really getting better at skinning and things like that. So let's go ahead over and we'll store those away as well. And I'll just check and see with the items list. So we don't have the saber cat pelts or the fine ones added to our inventory. So I'll just edit the list. And we will store those away in the list. So there's the 2 saber cat pelts and the 2 wolf pelts. So the next time we have saber cat pelts and wolf pelts, we should be able to automatically store them in our crafting storage. And then let's see what we can do now that we have some pelts. Now I've made a decision that for the time being, we're not going to use the fine pelts because they're very valuable. But any other pelts, we're definitely just going to use those to make leather. And on our adventures, we also came across a frost troll. And there was also a Forsworn camp north of here. And they actually had quite a few pelts just laying there in their camp. That was where the frost troll was, And that's why the Forsworn that I found were already dead. So, lucky me. Again, let's see. So we've got an Ice Wolf pelt. Let's see. I think that's probably pretty valuable. Let's go ahead and the Frost Troll hide. We'll go ahead and use that. Goat hides. I don't think I'll save the fine goat hides because I still think they're only worth about 100 or so. So we'll go ahead and get 2 goat hides from the fine one, and then we should be able to make leather from the where's the 2 goat hides? There we go. And then we've got a wolf pelt, and we've got 3 fox pelts. Yeah, I've been doing some hunting from horseback, and yeah, we're definitely doing good with the small animals. I did get a rabbit, but apparently the rabbit skins are not really good for making any leather from. Let's see, I've got a snow fox pelt, and let's see, I've got another fox pelt. I've got the 1 saber cat pelt, and then let's see, is that everything? Shouldn't be. Yep, is that all of the leather? Okay, so let me just double check. I really hope that I didn't accidentally just now make the fine pelts into into leather. And let me just look at the value. Okay, so the fine pelts, definitely I did not make those into leather. So it looks like there might be a couple of recipes that aren't registering for leather. Let me just check that one more time. That seems a little bit odd. So I'm just going to look up leather. And I'm going to search under here. So yeah, Ice Wolf pelt. I need tree bark or animal fat. I'm out of animal fat. That's the problem. Well, that's not bad at all, because we made out pretty good on that. And let's see, because we have 27 leather now. And let's see, we've got a poor wolf pelt. So we'll turn that into strips. And then I'm not sure how many strips that we have. These tents require strips, so yeah, okay, so we've got 17. So let's take about 5 of our leather. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll go ahead and do 7. That'll leave us with 20 leather. And then I'll just check the storage again. And leather. So we've got 45 leather strips and 20 leather. So that is pretty good. So that is now 2 out of 3 things off of our to-do list. The next thing that I'd like to do is, yeah, I hope no one notices that I've been storing a body over here, but I noticed, because it's starting to smell, and I really don't like the smell of dead mages. So let me get in here to the storage, and let's see, Evil Argonian. Yeah, that was him. So I've got him now, and let's see. We need to figure out something to do with him. I didn't want to just leave him on the road, because, you know, who knows about magic and all that stuff. So, this cliff looks like a pretty good place to dump a dead body. So, first of all, let's get him out of our inventory. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't work
Yeah.
out exactly how I had planned. It was supposed to be the dead mage's body. I guess
Gee,
when you pick
something.
him up with Jackson's positioner, yeah. So we'll just
Hmm.
we'll just get rid of him. We'll just get rid of him some other way, some other time. So for the meantime, I'll just put the body back into the cart. So yeah, unexpected things happen. See, this is what happens when you deal with mages. He must have been a necromancer. I would have never even guessed. Because he was an Argonian for sure, and he had a backpack as well. So I'm a little disappointed that I lost out on uh, on grabbing his stuff. So yeah, we have an orc stored in our cart. That's a thing. All right, so let's go take a look. I want to take a look real quick. One of the things that's been bugging me is I can't upgrade my blacksmith's outfit. My gloves are armored, but I can't upgrade those, and or the boots either. I did attempt to do that, and it did not work out. So we're gonna make some different clothes. And the other thing that bothers me is, see how the apron there? I've sliced my apron to pieces ever since I've upgraded my axe, and I think that's the other thing I wanted to do as well was take a look. Can I make a steel axe? I'd like to make an upgraded axe, a steel one. So I have so many things in here um, because of the Campfire Unleashed and then also Divine Elegance. So there's all these armors and things in here, weapons. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably utilize the search function most of the time. So steel, wood, cutter's axe. Yes, I believe I would like to make one of these. Uh, that's going to do a lot better for us as a defensive item and also a useful tool. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and make one of those. And then the other thing that I wanted to make was I just wanted to look real quick to see there was a huntsman's bow, and I'm not exactly sure how to craft that yet, but it's supposed to be a very nice bow. Here's some parts for it. It's the Huntsman upgrade kit, but I haven't acquired the bow yet, and I'm not exactly sure how to do that. This is a really nice sword. It's a Huntsman's sword. It takes 2 steel ingots. We've got 5. But what I'm really interested in right now is the armor. I want to make some light armor for our travels to keep us protected. So I'm just going to go in here and type in, again, leather. And the one I was looking at that I wanted to craft, one was this one, the wolf leather armor, which is really nice looking. And there is another one that is leather pants and shirt. And I thought this looks more like workwear. That looks more like work clothes. And then when we go out into public and go out and do our marketing for our market stall, maybe something like this would be a little more nice. It almost looks like the same pants and shirt, except with this lovely wolf pelt vest. So I'm going to make both of those. Let's see. I'll go ahead and make the pants and shirt. And then I'll make the... Now there's 2 of these. One is the leather armor here and vest armor. The Robin armor. What's the difference here? This one is a little bit higher armor rating. And I think the difference are the pants. Yeah, so these pants, it looks like, have a little bit more. There's some knee guards there, so that accounts, I think, for the extra armor. And but they're kind of nice looking as well. And honestly, we could probably use the armor rating. Although I just got done saying that I don't plan on using them to be out and about. So I don't know. The Divine Elegance crafting recipes are they're pretty cheap. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and make both, because we have lots of leather, and we're also leveling our smithing in the process. Now, the other thing I'd like to do is find some decent boots. So let me go back in here and look up type, and we'll go down to scroll down to the feet, and let's just take a look here. I was really looking at these boots, the casual boots. These are really nice. I don't know how they're going to look with the other pants, but we do a lot of riding, and I thought this would be pretty good with the, what do you call those things? Used to spur the horse when you're riding. I just said used to spur the horse when you're riding. I'm pretty sure they're called spurs. You're a derp, Artorius. So yeah, I'm going to make those. And then we also need something on our hands that will work for work gloves and armor. So let's see. Let's just browse through here. Now these are the gloves that go with the boots. They're a little bit much looking for my taste though. And let's see. Here's some more plain looking, work type looking gloves. But again, I'm really interested in these as light armor. But also for working the forge. These are kind of nice as well. They have a little bit of an arm wrap. You know, that would probably keep your hands from getting too, and your forearms from getting too hot when you're working on this hot metal. So let's see. We're definitely not interested in something that gaudy looking. Ornate. Here's some fingerless. Oh yeah, we're not using those. Those are mage's gloves for sure. Those look like something a magic user would use. Now these look like a nice pair of gloves. Rough leather gauntlets. And let's see, what else do we have? Anything else that looks interesting? Just flip through here. Okay, we're already into the heads stuff. So let's just go back up here. What were we looking at? I saw these are really kind of plain looking. So, you know, we're getting our smithing up. So we want something that looks a little bit better. Those are kind of plain looking, but they're a little bit different than just a plain vanilla gloves. So let's make a pair of those. And then I think the other one was something like the casual gloves. Yeah, like I said, I think those are a bit much with those doohickeys on the knuckle there. And then let's make these as well. Pretty cheap. Only took some leather strips. Now, while we're in here, I do also want to make some jewelry for trade again, so that we can make some money. So I just want to look at the ores, because I believe we have some silver ore. Or I thought we had some silver. Ah, yes we do. We have 7. So let me grab 6 of those, and that'll make 3. Should make 3 silver bullion. Yeah, because it takes 2. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then, because we're going to make some jewelry for trade, I'm going to go ahead and make these into silver ring shanks, because the silver ring shanks are the ingredient for something that we found in a previous episode, which were these lovely necklaces, and I believe they were called medallion, so MED. Yeah, these small silver medallions right here. Now we can also make these other ones. If we go by the value, the Breton and the Nordic are a little more valuable by 10, but they take 2 silver ring shanks to make. But the small medallions only take 1 ring shank. So obviously we're gonna get the most out of our money if we make 120 120 small silver medallions. And I think if we do that and we work our way around town trying to sell these to who we can, probably going to take us a few days actually, but yeah, we'll make quite a bit of coin off of that. And you may have noticed also that if I just look at the value of items here in the chest over here, there is an item over here. I did not purchase this item. I borrowed it. So it's on loan right now from the Divine Elegance store. I rode down there and borrowed one. And I do plan on giving this one back as soon as we have enough coin to purchase one of our own. But I did need that in order for us to make the clothes that we just made. So if you are dealing with the Divine Elegance folks down at the Divine Elegance store, just know you will have to have one of their crafting ravens if you're planning on their recipes showing up when you go to craft. So yeah, so I'll give that back as soon as we have enough coin. Now it says 2,500 gold for this one, but that's the one that I borrowed. To purchase the one in the store, it was nearly 8,000. It was like 7,000 and some, probably closer to 8,000. So it's going to be a minute before we can, but as soon as I'm able to afford it, I'm going to give this one back, and then I'm going to purchase one of our very own, because I really appreciate them loaning this one to us, but I really want to have my own. Anyway, so the last thing I wanted to take a look at here in the in the forge was, let's make a couple of weapons. Let's see what we can make. We've got this Blackwater blade. That's pretty nice looking. And I do wish I could take a closer look at these before I craft them. But I can kind of get a look of it. There's that Huntsman sword. And these are pretty valuable. So let's make one Blackwater blade. Let's make one of these clan bringers. That's pretty nice. And then the Huntsman sword. Were we not able to make that? What did we run out of? Probably steel. Yeah, that's going to be the hard thing to come by for right now, is steel for making these swords. So I think that's going to do it for the weapons. And then I'm going to go ahead and craft up our medallions, and I'll be right back. All right, so we crafted quite a few medallions, and I'm feeling pretty skilled right now. I feel pretty skilled with all the crafting that we've done today. So let's just take a look real quick at our skills. We're level 7, and let's see. I think I'm not too worried about stamina right now, but I definitely want more health. And so again, I'll probably just split that. So we're up to level 10 now. And let's see. I am interested, first of all, I shot a couple of elk in a previous episode, and those guys basically just laughed at me with my bow and arrow. So I'm going to take 2 of these perks right away, if I can. Yes, I can take the 2nd level of archery because it only requires 20. I'm definitely going to take that. And then the other one I wanted to put in, I think I'd like to put 1 more into light armor, but our light armor is really low right now, so we're not able to do that yet. The other one, I was thinking of putting 1 into one-handed, just so we can get a little bit more use out of our axe. And then, let's see, over in the smithing tab, we've already taken 2 ranks in smithing mastery, and I think we'll use our recent bump in smithing skill to go ahead and select either Elven or Dwarven. And because I'm a blacksmith, I think I'm going to try to be able to make as much as possible. So I'll go ahead and choose to begin with the Dwarven, I believe. Let me see what the level requirement is for light armor under expert smithing. Yeah, it's 50. So we can take 1 here. Scaled plate and Nordic. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. And what we'll do is, when we get a couple of more ranks, we'll come back and I'll go ahead and I don't know if I want to do the Orcish, but I'll come back definitely and get the we did Dwarven, so I'll get the Elven next level, and that'll really open up the things that we're able to do. So we're all out of perks for now, and I definitely am interested in possibly upgrading our grindstone, but we're sorely lacking in the gold department. So we're level 10 now, and almost to level 11, and I'm feeling skilled. It's still early in the day. We got so much stuff done. See what happens when you get up early in the day and you get going on all your tasks, and when you're organized. So before we go, let's put on our new clothes. So the one that I was thinking we would look at would be the pants and shirt. We have made ourselves some boots, and we also have some gloves. Let's take a look first at, where were the gloves? We made that one and these. Let's take a look at these first. Yes. And then let's see the boots. How do the boots look? Yeah, I'm not sold on the boots, but that's mostly just because I feel like they're, they might not go with this outfit perfectly. Just quickly, let's take a look as well at our little bit nicer vestments. Vest armor, I meant. Yeah, that looks pretty good too. It almost looks like the same outfit, just additionally with the vest. And then we'll look at the one that has the best armor rating. And yeah, kind of like that. That actually works a lot better with the boots. So if you were kind enough to hang out with me for this long, why don't you guys let me know in the comments which outfit you like best and which outfit that you would prefer to see our Artemis, the blacksmith, utilizing on his journey. Oh yes, let me go ahead and arm ourselves with our new axe as well. We have a steel woodcutter's axe. So I'm going to take this one off of favorites and this one on. And let's take a look. Look how shiny in the sunlight that thing is. And wow, it's really big too, isn't it? But I think that looks pretty good. And again, before we go, let's just let's see what we can do over here with all of our new levels that we got in smithing. So it looks like our steel woodcutter's axe can be upgraded to 21 damage, a flawless level. Yeah, I like that idea. That's great. And I think that's my last steel ingot. And then let's see, what do I need more of for the hunting bow? It's superior. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to upgrade that right now. I might need another level. But if for some reason it's capped, I can always make another one that hasn't been upgraded and then try to upgrade it again. What happens with a so this one is level 21 or has 21 damage. Longbow, a superior longbow would have 11, and then a hunting bow would have 14. So yeah, we're definitely still doing good here with our hunting bow. Also, we should take a look while we're at it. What can we do with our armor now that we have some armor? We'll take a look at the pants and shirt. That's 34 to 38. That goes up to superior. It's not a big jump, but that's okay. The bigger armor, that goes up to 4 points as well, from 70 to 74. And then gloves, 13 to 16. Boots, 19 to 23. I think I'm going to wait. I think we've got quite a bit of armor rating just now from just making better armor. Let me take a look. Our armor rating currently is 100, and it was like, I don't remember exactly what it was before. I had the blacksmith's apron, shoes, and gloves. Yeah, it was 43. So we've already gotten quite a jump in our armor for the time being, and I think I'll wait to upgrade those until I get a few more levels in smithing. But in the meantime, I think we're looking pretty good. We're all decked out with our new outfit. Yeah, I really like this one. I hope you guys do too. And let me know, okay? So, I'm Artorius the Blacksmith. I'm also See You Later. And it's been a really good time, guys. I've had a lot of fun. We did a lot today. And I hope it wasn't too boring since all we did was just craft. But I'm See You Later. And I'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye. I'm carrying too much to run. Bye-bye.